Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Remember, this is still January 2021, so we're giving away these shredders. So if you want to be in on the drawing, be sure you're a subscriber and you comment on the video, and then we'll have a drawing later. So today I'm teaching you how to make cake noodles with chicken and vegetables. Okay, so I have the water boiling here right now, about a quart of water. And then from Chinatown, I bought these noodles. They're steamed chow mein noodles. They're already cooked. So all I have to do is put it in the water for about 10 seconds just to soften it, and that's it. Now I'm reading the directions on the package. It says to put the noodles loosely in 6 quarts of boiling water. 6 quarts would be a huge pot, so I think 1 quart is enough. And they say to only boil it for 10 seconds and don't overcook it, otherwise it'll get mushy. So here it goes. And basically you're just kind of loosening it and let it get limp. And that's it. Now I'm gonna pour it in a colander. Okay. You see the noodles are very soft, but I'm trying to get out the excess water without having to blot it with towels. So now I'm going to put it in the frying pan. So now this frying pan is hot, and I'm going to try 2 tablespoons of oil first. We might need a little bit more, but it doesn't take much for this. And I like this frying pan because it is truly non-stick, but I'm putting oil because I want it to brown a little bit, okay? So now I'm going to show you. I'm just going to put the noodles in, and you use a big skillet so it can become a cake. So I'm just going to kind of even it out. And you have to watch this because it'll burn, and you don't want it too high heat. So we want a cake. In Hawaii, they used to sell these cake noodles, but it's very expensive. And before, when I was in a different state, they didn't have this kind of Chinese noodle. So I would even use spaghetti noodles and make it like this. And it's pretty good. Now, after it's fried and the cake is there, sometimes they cut it in pieces, or you can leave it whole. It just depends. And this frying pan, you see how loose it is? It won't stick at all. So I really like it. So you have to be patient and wait. 10-15 minutes, and we'll see. It's been about 10 minutes, so it depends on your stove. But now we're gonna, it's hard to flip it over and be in one piece. So we're trying this method. So I have here a cake rack. Just gonna slide it out. See, it's kind of, you have to play with this thing. Okay, now put this back on, and I'm going to take this rack like a sandwich and flip it over. Now we're going to slide it back into the pan to brown the other side. Perfect, perfect. And the browning took about 10 minutes. And some of you might wonder, why do you call it a cake noodle? It's because it looks like a cake. And in the restaurants, this is the way they serve it. And then after this, we're gonna cook some chicken and vegetables and thicken it a little bit, and then put the chicken and vegetables right over on a serving platter. And that's how you serve it, okay? Same amount, about 10 minutes probably. Okay, the cake noodle is done, and you can see it's nice and crispy. And it's a little brown, but it's fine. So now I'm going to make the sauce. So it's half a cup of chicken broth and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Just pour it all together. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. And 2 teaspoons of rice vinegar. And 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. And 2 teaspoons of honey. Okay. Now I'm just gonna whisk it together. And at the same time, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. This will be the gravy. Now I have here the skillet, the same skillet that I used, and it's hot now. So I'm gonna stir fry the vegetables. And then I'm just gonna add the veggies. About 1 carrot, okay, putting about 2 tablespoons of water so I don't have to use oil. You want it as healthy as possible. Now I'm going to put in about 2 cups of broccoli, and you can use any kind of vegetables, okay? But this is just what I had. And then about 1 cup of mushrooms. And if it dries up a little bit, you can either add chicken stock or water. Just stir this up and get it fried up. And this part doesn't take too long. Then I'm going to add in some bell peppers. Any color is fine, but the red is nice, or yellow or orange would be good too. See, that's pretty good without any oil, just using water. And then I have here a can of baby corn. This one is cut up, but sometimes they have it whole in the can. Either way. It really adds a nice flavor. And you see how colorful this dish is? Don't cover this pan up, whatever you do, because you see how bright green this broccoli is? If you cover it, it'll turn a dull color and it won't look so nice. Okay, this is almost done. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the sauce. Mix it up again to make sure everything's dissolved. Okay, you see how colorful this is? Beautiful. And it's not cooked and all soggy and soft. And remember, we cooked the chicken earlier, so I'm going to add this in now. Okay. You see the gravy over there, but it's a little thick, and I'm going to pour it over the noodles. So I'm going to put a little water, not too much, just so that it has a gravy to make contact with the noodles. I've added some water to make the gravy, and it's about that consistency, like a thin gravy. So I can turn the stove off and I'm ready to plate. Everything's ready. The vegetables are really nicely cooked. So all you do is to put it over the noodles and you're ready to eat. Doesn't this look good? Like restaurant style. Of course, your cake noodles won't stay crispy. You got to eat it right away, but it'll still be good. Okay, you can't see it, but everybody's in the background waiting to eat this wonderful dish. And it was very fast to make. So you can do it. Just follow the directions. And this will be a wonderful entree for a party. Okay, that's it. So now I'm going to taste it. The vegetables are cooked just right. Not soggy, very crispy noodles. So you can make it yourself. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you can get it on the drawing. And all you have to do is be a subscriber and make a comment on the video, and then we'll put your name in the drawing. Thank you for watching. Mahalo.